Hey everybody, Larry Lawton here for another edition of Confessions. But before I jump into Confessions, I want you to check out our member program and our Instagram stuff. I'm going to be starting a TV little series on Instagram for working out during this virus. I did not read any of these confessions beforehand, so let's jump right in. I went to the supermarket to buy some Doritos, and I didn't have enough money, so I legged it out and got caught and had to pay a $250 fine. Wow, you must be pretty slow. You're buying Doritos. I don't know, you fat? It reminds me of a time that my brother and I ducked out on a bill in a diner that we used to call it Dine and Dash. You buy something and you go, you sit and you eat and you get ready. When the waitress goes, you duck out of that place and you bolt. Well, my brother and I did that, and we were running and they caught us. But we were two pretty big, mean, intimidating guys. We turned around like we were going to fight them, and then they ran away. So I'm not saying that's what you should do, but it's kind of crazy. So you got to think about that too. But how do you get caught? So that's an expensive bag of Doritos. $250 for a bag of Doritos. Okay, here we go. Another one. Just remembered this story when thinking about stealing. When I was about 11, my dad had a coin collection containing some rare coins. As an 11-year-old, I didn't understand the value of them. I took the coins, went to the gas station, and bought snacks. I lost my dad about $800 from those coins. He either never found out or just didn't want to beat me. But I remember him telling me the next day not to steal. Wow. First of all, kudos to your dad for not losing his cookies. I think if that was my son, I'd have beat the shit out of him. But as a lesson, maybe. But obviously, know what you're going to steal. My old adage on this channel, when you were a criminal, and I used to teach criminals, hate to say it, was know what you're going to steal. Know the value of things. Even as a young guy, it's like not knowing the values of baseball cards. I heard some great stories of people who had baseball cards. And one guy had a bunch of Nolan Ryan rookie cards. And he didn't know what the value. And they're worth a lot of money. And he got rid of them for nothing. Know what you're going to steal. Obviously, I don't think you're a criminal. You went to take some change, I guess. And just, buy something at a store. I'm surprised. I don't think your dad knew the value of what you stole, because I think he might have had to say something about that. If not, your dad's the most controlled dude I've ever met. Trust me, he is. Let's jump right into the next one. When I was in college, I would often break into random professors' offices and steal textbooks and desktop computers. Laptops weren't as popular back then. I did it because it was fun and it was a way to make some good fast cash by selling them. I could usually crack the computer account and get access to the professor's files. I also broke into the chemistry lab and take shit like $3,000 scales and chemicals. I liked having to plan and figure out ways to get into the rooms and back out with the items. And the money was good and fast. Wow, you're a criminal in the making. Definite felony, definite expulsion from school. You never got caught, I assume. You're probably doing pretty well today. I hope you are, and I hope it was just a phase in your life. Listen, schools get hit a lot, just the nature of it. But, you talk about ingenuity. I'm not supposed to talk about the positive and stuff of the crime. I'm not. You guys all know that. I'm not telling you what to do. These are confessions. I'm enjoying reading somehow young people started their stuff. I would like to hear what happened later. Like, is that the last crime you ever did? Are you all right? Did you grow up and did you use the scales to sell weed? Because that's what I would have did. Would have sold weed with those scales you robbed. Stuff of that nature. And what else did you do? And did anybody else know about it? And how did you get rid of the stuff? That's always something I kind of look at to see what it is. But I enjoyed hearing that one. Here's another. When I was 9, I stole my mom's credit card to buy $2,000 worth of stuff off for GTA 5. Now I'm 15, and me and my mom look back at that day and laugh. Wow, you stole $2,000, your mom's laughing? Good for you, man. She must be doing pretty well. Wow, I hear a lot of stories like that of young people stealing credit cards, blowing them up. They used to do it in my day was the phone. You'd blow up a phone bill for $400, and you know what it was on? You used to call these sex lines and have the girls talk dirty to you. And they used to charge by the minute, and you'd be on the phone for minutes. Trust me, it was wild, man. But it was kind of funny, and guys would run up great bills, and the parents would be so mad because they'd have a $400 phone bill, and it was all because the kid was, calling porno and stuff like that. Porn, not pawn. People say my accent sounds like pawn. Like when I say pawn shop, they think it sounds like a porn. No, I'm talking about sex, porn. Anyway, glad your mother got over it, and they should. Stuff like that happens. You made bad choices, but you changed, hopefully. And you're 15, so you learned your lesson young, hopefully. Here's another one. And it says, read in a German accent. My story starts in school. I was 7 years old, and my friend always told me how nice smoking is. So I want to try it. So, as my mother and my father, family drove to Poland to get cigarettes, because of the price, I stole one pack from one of her cartons of cigarettes, and as soon as we went home, I tried them, but I didn't know how to smoke, so I smoked a whole cigarette in almost one drag and got sick. I then throw the rest of them away. Today I smoke again. Greetings from Germany. Do I sound like a German? I don't know what a German accent is. I know some of you are going to say, what is Larry off his nuts? What is he, crazy? Somebody told me the other day that I sound like I'm from New York. I have a Brooklyn accent. I guess I do. Obviously, you all know I'm from Florida now. I got a kick out of this one because, while I was reading, even in the accent, when I was a young kid, my brother and I stole cigars from my grandfather. He smoked Optimo cigars. And we stole cigars, so what did he do? He sits us down in a chair, and he says, okay, smoke these cigars, to my brother and I. And he made us inhale. My brother got sick. I smoke cigars, and to this day, I smoke cigars. So it didn't work on me. You do smoke, so I guess it wasn't as bad as you thought, or you got over that. I wish you'd quit like I could try to quit. It's hard. Listen, I'm not the health police or this police or any shit. You know that. I always tell people do as you see fit, as long as you don't hurt others. I think it's cool. Whatever, happens. Kind of funny reading that in a German accent, which I don't have a German accent. I don't even know what a German accent is. Love Germany. Thanks for being fans out there. One time, me and my buddies wanted to build a treehouse. It was the ultimate base we could think of, and was going to be a blast if we had one built in the forest by our house. But we were 13 and 15 years old, and had no money to buy wood. So we figured we'd go to our local hardware store and go to the back and steal some wood. We brought our bikes and a little trailer we could attach to the back and went and stole a bunch of 2x4s and sheet wood. We were in the clear and got really excited to the thought we were going to have a treehouse. That was until we turned around and saw one of the managers running after us. We knew we would never outbike him, so we detached the trailer and biked for our lives. We never got the trailer back. So you got caught or you didn't? I guess you didn't get caught, but you lost your trailer. Surprised they didn't figure out who you were. I'm sure it's a local hardware store and they see stuff like this all the time. Probably had a decent description of you too, so I thought that was kind of funny. Man, you couldn't even get a treehouse, but I like that. When I was a kid, I had a treehouse. Not a treehouse, we had a fort in the woods where we lived in the Bronx. We thought we were living in a country. It was a little plot of land that had weeds in it. We built a fort, and the rats that were in there and all that stuff. It brought back a lot of memories. Listen, you were better off asking your pops and everybody to pick up some wood. Would have got the wood. Probably would have helped you build the treehouse, and you would have been a lot better off. Here's another one, guys. I used to steal all the pens and pencils from my classmates to give it to the girl I liked, which led me into stealing money from their wallets as well, which made one of my classmates cry because his money went missing. They found out I did it because it was in my pocket. The school principals talked to me and my parents and gave me a beating. I learned my lesson. I'll never forget. You'll never forget. I love it. I'll never forget. I don't think I'll forget that story. One, you didn't know your rights. Nah, I'm only kidding. Obviously, you're in a school. They're allowed to do certain things, and they had parents' permission. You got a beating, which is, you know what? If that's all that happened to you, you were in good shape. But it is what it is, and I hope you learned a great lesson, and I hope everybody forgave you, which I'm sure they did. Here's another one. So, the vending machines at the dorms at my college have the feature where if you use your credit card, it gives you like 30 seconds to make another selection so you don't have to keep swiping your card. I realized a lot of people didn't know this, so when they got their drink or snack, they'd just leave. So naturally, I would just wait until the person walked out of the room and then go and get myself a free drink or snack. You know what they call that? Opportunity crimes. I actually did that with stealing cars. A person would leave their car running while they went into a store or a ATM machine, and we would jump into it and go. It's called opportunity crimes. Those are crimes happen when you see an opportunity, you jump on it. That kind of scares me a little bit because check it out, man. You could become a criminal because you're thinking like a criminal. I know it's only a Coke or it's a bag of chips or some bullshit like that, but that can escalate, and, you know, I hope it didn't. But, you know what? I got to give you a lot of brains there, too, you know. Someone asked me, should I make it, you know, could they make Larry's Crew? You'd have made the first cut because you're smart and you're thinking on your feet. Here's another one. Worst thing I ever stole was a bag of tortilla chips from the cabinet at 3 a.m. after a long night out of boozing. I was told not to take them, but I did it anyway because the risk is straight out the window when you have had a drink. I took the dip too. Regrets equal none till the morning. Trust me, that's not stealing. That's a hungry dude. And trust me, as a big dude, we get hungry. Let's face it. Nobody has rational thoughts when they're drinking. You know, it's a shame because most crimes happen when people are on drugs or not drinking as a drug. So I'll just leave it at that. Most people have them because if they're on drugs. That's sad. I mean, the professionals like myself weren't like that. And trust me, you're no criminal, not even a little bit. So kudos to you. I hope the tortillas were good, though. You know, you had to have the sauce, though. Because if you stole the tortillas without the sauce, I'm going to say bad crime. Not that any are good. One time, just after watching a live rugby match, me and my mates saw an unattended cart full of rugby balls. We each took one and ran to the other end of the stadium, but had to turn around and walk back past the cart to the exit. We walked past tons of security, and one even asked where we got the balls. We said the gift shop, but they didn't even sell them. It was pretty scary walking past all the police and security out the main gate with the stolen ball in my hand. It wasn't a very big thing I took. Probably wouldn't have gotten in much trouble if I was caught, but it was one of the first things I stole. Still have the ball to this day. LOL. Wow, you know what really scared me on this? The first thing I've ever stole. Have you stolen since then? Obviously, I hope not. But you know, what really struck me on this one is this. The best way sometimes to get out of a crime is act like there is no crime. Because unless they're looking for you specifically or looking for something in there, they're not going to catch you. What does a security guard know? Do you think they know what is sold at a soccer stadium? Obviously not. You got away with it. Again, it really wasn't a high dollar item, and they don't know if you got it after it was kicked over a wall or something like that. And it could have been legit. But the two things that quickly struck out at me is that's the first thing I stole. And the second thing was you still have the item. Wow, you know what they call that in the criminal world is that's called a trophy piece. We all know, people who watch this channel, what's Larry's trophy piece? You can look in the description and find out. When I was around 16, I tried robbing a 7-Eleven about 2 blocks away from where I lived. I went in with a mask on and a plastic gun to scare the cashier into giving me the money. Everything was going as planned until I slipped on a puddle of spilled soda on my way out and got knocked unconscious. Talk about instant karma. Eventually, the cops showed up and they took me to the police station. Wow. Armed robbery, and that's kind of a blooper crime. Serious consequences. Some states you're going away for a long time. Obviously, you were 16, but in the state of Florida, they're going to do what they call direct file. Direct file, and I'm not a lawyer, but I'm giving you some advice here, what would happen in Florida. They're going to, what they call direct file you. That means they're going to direct file you to the adult court. When you go to the adult court here, you have adult record. You might not spend adult time. It's going to still be a juvenile crime, but you can stay in jail up to 21 years old. You're not a youthful offender because that's from like 18 to 24. This could have been serious. I don't know where you come up with that idea, the mask and stuff, and why you were so hard up for money at the 7-Eleven. I hope you got help for that. I hope you're not into drugs or something else that did this kind of crime, because this is serious, guys. And I hope you're learning from at least my experiences and you're not doing stuff like that. I really do. You know, I hope you straighten your life out. At least if you haven't, man, do it now. Trust me, it's never too late either. Here's another one. I used to go to sporting goods store like Dick's and take expensive clothing brands like Patagonia and Yeti and North Face, and me and my friends would walk in, take a few of these shirts each, and then go to the changing room and rip off the tags so they don't beep when we exit. We would then wear them out the store, but they would be under the hoodie or jacket we wore into the store, and no one would ever see under the shirt. We went to the school and then sold these shirts. A lot of places are onto that in today's world, I know that. They do have the tags that are hard to take off. Of course, you could rip the shirt and get them off, but then you might ruin the shirt. But that's kind of a common crime. You're lucky you didn't get caught. A lot of these places now have the mirrors with cameras that you don't even see them. Not in a dressing room, of course, but going in and coming out. And if they see any discrepancies, especially a bunch of young guys going into a dressing room and coming out, maybe a little bit different, they're going to pin you for that. But you got away with it. So, you know, hey, kudos. I'm surprised. This is what really is a little bit shock on this one. I'm surprised nobody at your school told on you. I don't even care about your compadres there that rob with you. How about all the kids just, you know, selling stuff at school? They get caught. They have a conscience. They got in trouble for something else. Hey, they know, hey, Johnny is stealing stuff from the stores, or he sells hot stuff. Whatever you did, you got away with it. And again, another one of these guys, I hope you learn from it. And it's kind of petty, but enough is enough. Last one, guys. When I was in the 4th grade, there was a kid that had a stack of Pokemon cards that I wanted. While everyone was at the recess, I snuck into the classroom and grabbed a basketball out of my backpack that had a hole in it. I took a pair of scissors and cut the ball open so it had about a 6-inch cut in it. Then I went into the kid's backpack and I stole his Pokemon cards and put them inside the basketball. They never found out who the culprit was until now. You know what? You're the winner today. You know, hey, you got away with it. Ingenuity, planned the heist. Pretty good scheme. Pokemon was a big deal there for a while, but you know, that was a pretty good setup, a pretty good execution. And hey, you got away with it, man. It's tough for me to berate that. Obviously, everybody knows I'm not for criminal stuff and robbing. And this is just confessions. It's making me smile because it reminds me of stuff I did when I was a kid. And it reminds probably a lot of the older people who watch this channel, little stuff they did as well. But pretty good ingenuity, pretty good planning, and pretty good execution. Yeah, how do you do? 4 stars. You get 4 stars, that guy. And until now, we don't know who you are. This is Confessions when nobody knows. That's the deal. Hey guys, we're going to end this this next edition of Confessions, and it's kind of fun. I'm really enjoying them. We have over 1,000 confessions now, and keep them coming. We're enjoying them. I'm just pulling them off and reading them, as you can see. It's kind of fun. It really is. You guys are really opening up and having great ingenuity. I hope you're listening to all your local officials during your corona stuff. Please listen to the PSAs I do, because I do them because I care. I care about a lot of people here. We still have books. And books are in the description below. I'm at, I think, number 2680 or 90 or something of that nature. So we do have some books left, and they're in the descriptions below. So just go into the description. Check out all the links in that description, everybody. It's pretty good stuff. Really, again, thanks for all your support. You know how much it means. Please check out our members. Check out all the stuff, our Instagram. We're growing. We're doing a few Facebook things as well. And we got a workout series starting as well. Thanks so much to everybody. I really want to say how much I love doing this. I love connecting with fans, and I love connecting with people. That's what I do. Thanks again. Have a safe day. Stay strong. Keep confessions coming, but never tell on yourself. Never. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe.